Hey everyone. Hello. Sorry, I'm getting started and trying to bring up the chat. But good morning. How are you? I hope everyone is doing well this Monday morning. I had to look at my watch to make sure it was Monday. And we have a visitor. Max, say hello. Hello. Okay, now that you said hello, you can go. Okay, I'm almost there. I'm sorry in advance. It's such a process for me to get the chat up for some reason. Okay, hi, good morning. Okay, finally got it up. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Jacqueline. Bia. I forgot how to say your name again. Oline, is that right? Kelly, Caitlin, Christine, and Cameron, good morning. I'm pretty sure it's Oline. Yeah, okay. I had to remember. My brain is not quite working. Okay, hi everyone. It's been a little while, but we're back doing a live. So forgive me if I'm rusty. Okay. I have this week set up because I'm doing it live. I don't have a weekly coming on. Oh, okay. Need to make sure other sounds. Hi, Ashley. Okay, so I have July set up. We're gonna go as usual through my monthly trackers. A lot of them I already did yesterday, so some of them won't need to be updated. Hi, Maria. Yeah, some of them won't need to be updated, but some of them will. So I haven't even gotten to most of my master task list this month. Okay. So good morning. I have some things to mark off already. Today is another keto day. I have brush and floss this morning. I have taken my prescription. I was up by 7, and the other stuff I can't do yet. Although actually Patreon I can do. Actually, and design I can do. I did some designs this morning. Mood tracker will have to wait for tomorrow, right? Today's the 13th, right? Yes, okay. So mood tracker will have to wait for tomorrow because I like to get through the day and then pick that overwhelming feeling because oftentimes how I feel at 9 a.m. is not how I end up feeling at the end of the day either. And I still haven't made a tip in, so I still just have a sticky note attached. So I have it numbered 0 through 10, just like my mood is 0 through 10. And then on here, I have what each number is. So 0 is Peloton, 1 is keto or eating healthy, 2 is brushing and flossing, 3 is script, 4 is up by 7, 5 is bed by 10:30, 6 is self-care, 7 is cleaning, 8 is shop orders, 9 is Patreon, and 10 is design. So that's how I'm doing my trackers this month. I can already tell you that this is going to be different next month. And then I have my July calendar. So this is where, like, this has really been helping me as of the past couple months, like, visualize things. I have a really hard time visualizing my week when I just have lists of things to do, or even like how my Patreon calendar is, how I have this content calendar. Even this has been pretty difficult for me, but having a big space where I can like plan out videos and stuff has been super, super helpful. Yeah, Ashley, I do try to switch it up a lot. Not only for myself, because I get bored, or some things work pretty well, but I'm trying to find that thing that works like really, really, really well. I like my mood tracker. My habit tracker, no, because I like it. It's weird for my brain that can boil down to anything. But it's weird for my brain to try to see how my habits are going looking down a line versus how I've done it in the past, where I've had these, which as you can see I didn't finish in June, so this probably isn't the perfect setup either, but I like seeing every single habit as its own thing. And for me, looking down a line, I get really distracted with all the dots. So I'm like not able to pay attention to how well I'm doing one thing or another, if that makes sense. So this has worked really, really well for visualizing lives, videos, things like that on here. And then I have a goal section over here. Number 4, don't lose Instagram followers. I already have been, it's fine. I have put all my new releases on my website, and I'm really committed to moving to my website. Etsy has been great to me, and I'm going to keep Etsy open, but I would like to shift more things to my website, because I pay more fees and things like that on Etsy. It definitely is a better situation over on a website. So I've been working on that a lot. One of my other goals was to add washi rolls. And right now I'm like kind of in the design process of things that I'd like to do in the future. Complete fiscal year 20 trainings. So that has to be done by the end of September. Sorry, my light's all over the place. We put my light downstairs and I just brought it upstairs this morning, so it's not in its normal home. So my light is like just moving around for some reason. Peloton rides 3 to 4 days per week. So that is something I've been trying. It has been very difficult so far because I fell down the stairs again. So I wasn't able to do this first week of July because I can't walk apparently. And then I'm like getting back into it. I rode twice this past week, on Tuesday and on Sunday. And so I'm hoping to ride at least 4 days this week. So yeah, Jacqueline, I'm a mess. I can't walk. I've never been able to walk. One of these days I'm gonna fill out this master task list. I keep meaning to, and I keep not doing it. How's my knee right now? My knee is doing a lot better. So the type of surgery I had is different than my previous knee surgeries. For those who don't know, I had my 8th knee surgery back in September. So it's a long story. It was my 3rd ACL tear. So because I took from my hamstring for my previous 2, well, okay, so I tore my right knee ACL, I tore my left knee ACL, and then I tore my left knee ACL again. So because I did a hamstring graft on the previous one, I can't take from my hamstring again, so they took from my patellar, which is right behind your kneecap. It's that tendon. And that there's a lot more front pressure pain associated with that, and that's just a longer term recovery for all that tissue to redevelop. Yeah, eight. Eight. Yes, is I it hasn't been all at once. I did have 5 in the span of a month and a half, I think. I developed a staph infection when I had my right knee surgery, and so I had to have a bunch more surgeries because it got infected. So yeah, that stunk. But it's been since I was 15. I've had 8. So yeah, it's been a recovery, but every time I fall down the stairs, I like am bracing myself with my left knee, and my knee is pushing forward against that kneecap and against that tendon that is still recovering. So every time I do that, I'm like, you know, limited for another week. So that's that. But yes, I'm trying to get back to the Peloton. Not today, but maybe tomorrow. I think I'm gonna finish this master task list with you all on here because I want someone to hold me accountable. Okay, so now you can see my Peloton workout. So like I said, I had the knee injury. I made these knee stickers literally just for myself because I have a lot of knee pain. Yeah, Jacqueline, there are no houses with no stairs up where I live. At the very least, you have a basement. So, but we live in a basement and 2-story house. So technically three stories technically. Am I doing PT for my knee? I stopped physical therapy in March because of the pandemic. I was gonna keep going for another month, I think, and then we were gonna transition into me doing other types of workouts as my rehabilitation. So Peloton has been a form of rehabilitation for me, daily walking, and doing strength training for my knee. I've been doing that. And then yoga has really helped for my physical therapy as well. I'll have to put them up in the shop because I've had a lot of people, because I used to have things for like tennis elbows. It was the aches and pains sheet. I don't think I have one around, but I have a lot of leftover knee ones that I made specifically for myself. But I'm gonna have to bring those back because a lot of people have mentioned like, oh, I had surgery on my elbow, or my PMS pain and things like that. So I'll probably bring them back. I think I still have headache and the uterus stickers in my shop, but I don't think I have the other ones right now. Oh, Christine, I hear you. I mean, I could every single time I like move my arms out, like my elbows crack, everything cracks. Yeah, my website, it's still a work in progress. I haven't like unveiled the final thing and really pushed for people to go to my website. I've mentioned it a couple times, and it's on my Instagram. It's linked on my bio, but it's just erinflotodesigns.com. It's the same stuff. Most things are a few cents cheaper. I think some things are even like 25 cents cheaper. So I would love a house without stairs. It's just never where we want to live in this world. It's just never going to happen. Pretty much everywhere we want to live is like north, and pretty much all places have basements. So, and then to get like a plot of land where like you can have a big enough house is just not realistic. Christine, I have an old body. My knees are like literally 90 years old at this point. Hi, Cara. Yeah, yeah, Cameron, I hear you. My life is one big clumsiness. So yeah, so sorry, I keep getting distracted. So I have my 2 workouts in here. Hopefully I will do it today. And I did add something to my Peloton workouts because I've started doing cool downs afterwards. So I added a plus symbol for when I do a cool down, because usually those rides are 5 to 10 minutes. And then a star if I get a personal record, which I not even close lately. Yeah, I hear you about Utah. I almost moved to Utah. And when I was looking at places, that's what I saw a lot as well. And I used to be on a second floor walk up, so we we didn't have an elevator or anything like that in Brooklyn. So we taking the stairs is hard. Um, okay, so here is my productivity tracker. So I have already done a few things today for work. When it's a work day, I try to do all my workday stuff at the beginning and then do business and then do home. So that's why like a lot of this stuff is out of order. It's just because how I like to mark my productivity. Oh, no problem, Kara. That's really nice of you to do that for people. Oh God, Lauren, I can only imagine. We want to work on our basement a little bit. We're in the process of buying this house from my father-in-law. So we want to work on the basement a little bit to add a bathroom, because right now the only bathroom in our house is upstairs, and we'd like to have a couple options for people. So we want to try to add a bathroom to our basement. There's just nowhere to put it on the first floor, unfortunately. So we want to try to do that, but that's a project. When your knee measurements go up on keto, yes. Because most of the time when you're doing measurements, when it's gaining outside of like your waist, when you're doing keto, you want to see lower measurements in your torso area, your neck. But when it comes to like your arms and stuff, if you're doing strength activities, then yes, you want to see those numbers go down a little bit and then go up. For me, I always see my numbers for my legs go up, because even if I have lost weight, usually I am also, I mean, like right now I'm bike riding, so that's going to add strength to my legs. So what you want to feel like is, because when you're doing the measurements, you should be contracting your muscles on your leg and on your arms or whatever. So those numbers should be going up because of your strength. That's why I like to do photos as well, by the way. It's just dirt and super gross. Aw. Okay, so I have trainings today and I have 2 meetings. So I'm gonna go ahead and mark those in. And when I do meetings, I definitely mark both of them or multiples of them, as you can see, because those take up a lot of time in my day. So I'm not getting, I want to get credit for all of the meetings. I feel bad for my bosses. They've had way more meetings lately than I have. But it used to be that my my meetings took up the entirety of my day. Okay. And then I'll go back and add stuff tomorrow when I do more productive things. The next one is my video planning, so I will skip that. This is how last week went. I have not filled in the rest of yesterday's items, but I will go ahead and do that afterwards. Hi, Victoria from Barcelona. Very nice. Hello. Yeah, Cara, you should be contracting the muscles. I don't do it with my stomach because that's not where I am trying to get definite. I don't know how to explain the torso part, but the torso, I don't do any contraction. I want to see the loss and not from, I mean, I guess you see it either way if like you're contracting your muscles from the beginning. I've never been to Barcelona. I really want to go. Okay, so here is my weekly. This is the Mayan symbol of strength. It's called Balam, I believe. Guts, yes. Or glutes, yes. Yes, contract your glutes as well. I just mean like around the stomach area. I don't contract that area. Outside of that, where I'm trying to gain muscle, because in your stomach you're mostly trying to lose fat, so I don't contract that, but everywhere else I'm trying to gain muscle as my primary objective, so those I contract. Okay. I'll come visit, I mean, after the pandemic's over, one day, maybe. But I want to go. I've always wanted to go. And to Milan, I'd love to go there. Okay. So these are the new stickers. By the way, most of my patrons have seen these. These are just the black and white ones. These are going to be released in a whole bunch of colors. For patrons, those are getting released on Friday because we have early releases. And then for everyone else, those are getting released the first Friday in August. So I have absolutely no clue what day that is. The 7th of August. It's going to be released to everyone else. But I decided I wanted them, so I put them in here already. Okay. 25 minutes in and I'm just getting to my day. There's a lot of different color schemes. There's like the basics, which is like the colors that things actually are, like a gray cloud and a yellow sun, you know, that kind of thing. Gray cloud and like blue rain. So there's those basics. Then there's the black and whites. And then the black and whites are also going to be available as foiled. There's ones that are filled in, ones that are just line drawings. And then there's the jewel tones, the pastel rainbow, and the bright rainbow. So tons of options for the weather icons. Okay, so let's mark in all my meetings, all the things that are happening today. Actually, I'll mark in my meetings for the week. That's a good idea. So we have Elms meeting. I have the permit meeting. There's a webinar that I need to tune into on Tuesday. On Thursday, we have SNESMA meeting and CID call. And and then I'll put in my lives. Live, and live, and then patron, early releases. And that's 2 p.m. my time. And then there is the patron live on Saturday at 3, I think. I'll double check that. So those are all my events. Gosh, this week already feels super full. I'm gonna just move you down in here so I can write and you guys can see a little bit better. Hi, Meg. Sorry, I forgot to say hello. I saw your message and I was like, Meg's here. But I'm all over the place this morning. And I honestly don't know if I have enough room in this weekly. Let's fill out my priorities first. I already did it, but giving the patron update. Sending orders. Cara, yours is going out today, by the way. And I included a few of the sheets for you. And then, what was the other thing? Oh, access to the front office. Okay. Meg, I hear you. I hear you. Coffee is the most important thing in my life outside of my dog and my family. I was gonna say my dog and my husband, but I care about my cats too. Okay, so we have inbox 0, schedule meeting. So the access, that's one of the things. After my meeting, I'm sure I'm gonna have some things, and then CID update log. So I'm gonna leave a couple spaces. Oh, and then the fiscal year 20 training. It's gonna be a busy day. So I have to print and cut. I have to finish foiling because half of my orders are foil right now. So foil orders. I just didn't get to all of them yesterday. I printed everything out and I did a few of them, but I need to finish that. Oh yeah, I love doing that. I don't have it right now, but yeah, tucking the elastic band, or if you don't have a pen loop, which you have an A&O, so you do have a pen loop, but if you go like this and put it across, you can put your pen in there also, or your pen in the side. That's what I used to do with, I don't know, one of the notebooks didn't have, Scribbles That Matter didn't have a pen loop at first, or their pen loops kept breaking. Something like that. Okay. What else am I doing? What else am I doing today? Foiling orders. I have sending orders up here. I did the patron update. Design. Banners. I put a huge poll out to my patrons, and they gave me a ton of ideas for stickers because my mind was just going blank. So so I've been working on a bunch of those because those are going to get released on Friday. For my patrons, they get early releases, if that makes sense. Because I want to, and I release them the Friday before all of their rewards ship out. And I'll give you a sneak peek of the next monthly kit. Sorry. I just have to. Where is it? Oh. So it's like a space theme. So it's a space and planets theme. What did we call it? Kara? Nebula Nerds? And there's a ton of great stuff in here. Like planets and very galaxy type things. It's a lot. It's going to be a lot of fun. There's a lot of this like very like Bill Nye, but like in a space theme. I thought that was a lot of fun. This is one of the patron exclusive stickers. It says priority. Here's like the mood tracker. Oh, this is my favorite one of all. I love that mood tracker. So lots of super fun stuff coming. My patrons help me design probably, I don't know, nebulous nerds. That's what it is. So my patrons help me design like, I don't know, 75% at least. So I'm super excited about those. And I just formatted them, so I'm printing them out later today, and I'm showing sneaks to my patrons tomorrow. So design banners. They gave me the idea of like doing banners that are not necessarily associated with a theme, so I'm doing some banners for seasonal banners, and then what was the other one? Oh, I'm doing like a bunch of colors and like polka dots and stripes and things like that. So I'm designing a whole bunch of banners. Okay. What else? I think I do have to finish up the patron exclusive. They get one exclusive sheet of stickers with their platinum tier. Thank you so much. I really enjoy it. Like doing black and white and like the grayscale. I've never done a grayscale before. I mean, I know one of the colors has like a little bit of like a bluish tone to it, but I've never done a grayscale before, so this is awesome. I'm sure I have more. I can't remember. So I have to unload the dishwasher. Clean the sink. My husband's on nights this week, so I can't really vacuum until he leaves. And he won't leave until like 6:30, I think. Hi, Kristen. It's okay. It took me until 9:25 to actually get to my weekly, so... my brain just is not working. I'm trying to just... Usually I have like somewhat of a list, but I don't even have like a list of things right now. And I can't figure out if I want to put my actual meals or if I want to put my my keto counts in here. I think I'm gonna put my keto counts. So carbs, fats, proteins total, carbs, fat, proteins total. And I'm just really bad at logging my meals on the weekend, so I was like, okay, that's fine, I don't need those. Carbs, fat, protein total, carbs, fat, protein total. Okay. What else do I have to do? Someone tell me. Someone tell me what I need to do. It's like I forgot how to do everything in these lives. Oh, the dentist. Eee. Oh yeah, Cara, I do remember that. I got Caroline, she's putting together a list for me of all the things that everyone suggested, because my brain isn't working. So she's making a bulleted list for me. But that would be great, because if I can size them decently, those would be super, super helpful. Not only for you, but for me. Yeah, quarantine has really, like, my brain is just, and like, it's not even because I've been inactive. I've been doing stuff all the time. It's just my brain is overwhelmed with information. Isn't the giveaway next month for the patrons? I think it's next month, isn't it? Am I supposed to be doing that this month? Cara, don't lie your way into this. I was pretty sure it's supposed to be next month. Oh, I do have to announce the giveaway winners. Announce winners. I ran a giveaway on my Instagram and on my YouTube, so I have to announce those. Yeah, I think Cara is trying to get one also. Yeah, Kelly, I hear you. I, like, and it's weird because, like, I want to work from home full time. Like, that has been really, really helpful for just my life, working from home. But the fact that there's just so much news associated with the quarantine, with the economic crisis, all that kind of stuff, it's just too much for any brain to keep. to keep sane, I think. So I think if it was like, thank you, Kara. Yeah, I think it's just too much to keep your sanity. There's just too much news. Oh, that's wonderful. I'm going to be doing those every few weeks, I think. Mostly because I need to work on getting some more stickers. I don't need to. I want to. By the way, if you guys can like this stream, I would really appreciate it. And I see Kristen, and she usually says something, so that's why I remembered. And I've been really bad about my bullet journal too. I need to have like a stand somewhere on my desk that I can just keep my bullet journal open. I did, Kristen. I did take my script. Yeah, Meg, I've been trying, and then Florida went into like ultra crazy mode, and my parents and the rest of my family, actually, because Tyler's parents, my parents, Tyler's brother, and both of my brothers, they all live in Florida. So I like, it's so much more anxiety. And my brother shares custody of his son. And when Florida went into lockdown, he wasn't able to see his son for like, I don't know, over a month. And now I'm like, I want them to shut down again, but at the same time, I'm like, oh, but then my brother isn't able to see his son. So I'm like, I don't know, that it's just a lot. It's a lot. And I can't, like, I mean, they open freaking Disney in the middle of a pandemic, and oh my god, Florida is scary. Florida's scary. I mean, I was born and raised in Florida, so I'm allowed to say this, but Florida could be sawed off the map and it'd be fine. No offense to those who still live in Florida. I'm just glad I'm not there. Yeah, Kelly, it's very telling when Disney's corporate offices are closed and they're willing to risk all their other staff people. It's not fair. Yeah, Cameron, that's I was supposed to go down to see to meet my nephew for the first time right as this happened, March 15th. I was supposed to go down there. Yeah, it's all about the money, that's for sure. I was supposed to go down to meet my nephew for the first time, and never got to because things shut down here in New York. And my parents are, I mean, they're not over 65, but they're elderly. You know, they're right up there. So I didn't want to infect them. And then ever since, you know, New York's numbers were coming down, but Florida's numbers kept rising. So then I'm like, okay, well, I can't go down there at all. And I'm like, at this point, I'm wondering if I'm going to meet my nephew before he turns 2. Like, that's crazy to me. Oh gosh, Ashley, I feel for your friend. I remember when I mean, New York is so much better than it was, and you still see people here so cautious because of what we went through in New York, and to see that same thing happening in Florida, and not enough people caring, it's so hard. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Jacqueline. My my brother and his wife, they hadn't seen my parents in a couple months, and then they went over for, I think, 4th of July. They came in the house, and they stayed socially distanced within the house. So, but it had been since like January that they hadn't seen them. My brother lives in Orlando, and my parents live in Melbourne, Florida. So they live an hour apart, and they weren't able to see each other. Christy, master mandatory here on public transportation and in buildings here in New York. But I mean, that's a thing that no state is consistent, which is only hurting everyone, I think. Yeah, Jacqueline, I hear you. They one of the things in my brother's custody arrangement is, if anyone has the suspicion or test positive for COVID, they're not allowed to see my nephew until the end of the pandemic. And that's how it's like written, is the end of the pandemic, but no one knows what that means. And the lawyer tried to fight to, but it's just such a mess. I have a feeling they're going to be open, Kelly. I have a feeling. Unfortunately, Florida, Florida is not run by the sanest of people, so I'm so sorry. Oklahoma's not doing well either. Yeah, I've seen a rise there also. I mean, it's not Arizona or Florida levels, or even California is rebounding so hard. It's just crazy. Like, so New York City, I believe, is in phase 3. Upstate where I am, we're phase 4, and except the only things not open are, I think, bars and gyms. I think those are the only 2 things not open at this point. And our numbers are still really low. And that's with people taking mass transit every day in New York City, and they're still able to get to phase 3. So it blows my mind in places like Florida, where very few people take mass transit. They have such high rates, and everything is open. Yeah, Christine, I don't we don't really go out. We did go out. We went to dinner with a bunch of people that Tyler works with, the clinic group, C group. But I mean, they're all doctors, so like, you know, they're all super exposed, and the spouses, which obviously we're exposed a lot too. So we don't really have any other choice, but we went out to a restaurant, but we did outdoor seating. You know, we were spaced pretty decently. But otherwise, I don't go out because, I mean, outside of the grocery store, I don't go out because I know that I could be carrying COVID without knowing, because my husband is constantly exposed. So I'm just trying to do my part for other people, but I think too many people in this country don't give a crap about others, unfortunately. Oh, I'm glad to hear that, Cara. Yeah, Kelly, it's such a hard decision when it comes to schooling because, first of all, if nothing else is closed in Florida, Florida being a primary example, if nothing else is closed in Florida, then people have to make a decision between their job and their kid. You know, like if they're not offering options to work from home, or if their position can't work from home. So, and then for the mental health of kids, you know, it's really, oh God, I can't even imagine making these types of decisions. Oh, thank you, Aline. He's doing okay. He's back in the ICU, but we don't have a lot of cases up here, thank goodness. Oh, I already did a bunch of stuff cleaning wise. So I'm gonna mark it. I don't know why it just dawned on me that I did this already. Honestly, Cameron. But like, you know, I really wish that I wish it weren't politicians making these decisions. I I want it to be science based, but I know that you can't really have entirely science based decisions when it comes to, you know, you could, because if cases are spiking in Florida, then people wouldn't be working, and then you could have some sort of potential hybrid system of, you know, maybe they go into class once a week or something like that, and then the rest of the time they stay home. Um, but you know, it's not only kids; it's the teachers that are teaching. You know, oh my God, only 2/3 of them are concerned about health and safety risks. That's crazy. Sarah, that would be good if there were things being done to make sure that the spread isn't happening. A lot of places, schools are underfunded, and there's no way that they can do constant testing, temperature checks. I think it's really going to be difficult for younger kids to maintain 6 feet of space, and most schools aren't set up to have kids. Yeah, well, so we've seen a lot more issues lately of the ramifications for kids. And you have to think, you know, some places, like if there's a low income school. That's interesting, Kelly. Yeah, I know. My friend or one of my coworkers, she is homeschooling her child for the next year. But we're federal employees, and there's actually a law protecting federal employees for their employment if they have to do dependent care and homeschooling in this crisis. So We have laws to protect us, but not everyone does. I mean, I can see a blended schedule in certain locations where things may not be as bad. For example, in upstate New York, things aren't as bad. So I would like to mitigate some risk by not having them in all the time and doing a mix of virtual and in person, until you see cases peak. And then I don't think it's not worth it. Yeah, but we're lucky. We have good unions fighting on our behalf for federal workers, and we have certain protections in place for us. But again, not everyone has that, and even if they do have it, not everyone's job has the capability of staying home all the time. And what are you supposed to do if you're, you know, teaching your kid at home and you lose your job because you can't go in? So Lauren, particularly with younger kids, like, maybe you can convince, um, you know, high school age kids to do things safely, but what are you going to do to police little kids? Like, and again, if they don't have the capability of testing them all the time and they're just doing temperature checks, then I don't know. Well, I know a lot of schools, now with the new international student thing, they're trying to figure out all that, because they're having like classes that meet like maybe once a month in person so that they can keep, um, international students in the country. I mean, honestly, it's it's too much for anyone to handle. Like I said at the beginning, my planner has not been kept up with because there's too much to handle. Just way too much. And it would be great if it were family decisions, but a lot of families aren't making decisions based on other people's health either. So, uh, I mean, I've seen way too many videos of people, protesting masks. So when you have so many people, yeah, I've seen that a lot too, Cameron. My university, where, I got my bachelor's and my master's at the University of South Florida, um, we have a giant international community, so they're fighting it. I think they're working with other colleges to put a lawsuit together, but they're also, making sure that there are classes for international students, even if it's a 3 credit hour class where you show up once a month or something. Like, fingers crossed. But like and I mean, I don't mean to, regardless, I think it's wrong, but I don't mean to put it in a economic point of view, but international students bring a lot of money to institutions, and you'll see institutions get absolutely wrecked. Your daughter's workplace closed their work campus, gave everyone computers, and they're all working from home. That's really nice. That's nice to hear, Audrey. I know. I'm glad that more jobs are doing better. I do feel like, the good is outweighing the bad in terms of employers and employee relationships. I mean, you've seen places like Twitter and a lot of places like that, like just they're like, oh well, indefinitely. What you can do your job at home. We're doing this indefinitely. So, oh, that's so nice to hear. Audrey, that was one of the most terrible things I've heard or seen in a tweet is right now our leadership is trying to figure out how to run drills for shooters while also trying to figure out how to maintain safe distances because of a pandemic. And that just blew my mind. Well, Sarah, my cousin died from COVID, so like a 29-year-old woman is dead. So I understand that mental health is a very important thing, but we literally have hundreds of thousands of people dead. Yeah, she passed away. Yeah, she passed away 3 weeks before her 39th birthday. So it's I mean, I've had significant mental health struggles during all of this. I am talking to a counselor on BetterHelp. And that's helped a lot. So I think that there's other things that you can do to God, Ashley, I can only imagine. You'd have cannon goings off all day. For some reason in New York, everyone has been setting off fireworks. Like, I think less so now, but prior to, they had been setting off fireworks every night for 2 months, and people were up in arms about it. So I can imagine people would start to riot if there were cannons in the sky like the Hunger Games. But yeah, I have a meeting at 10:30, so I'm gonna wrap up here in a little bit. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of delicate balance that we have to do. Because again, this is a totally unprecedented time, and keep trying to take care of yourselves. You know, if it means not watching the news, it means not watching the news. If it means tuning in every week, tune in every week to find out what's going on in the world. If it means turning your attention to something else, like Black Lives Matter and things like that, turn your attention. If it means doing what I've done and talking to counselors via telehealth, I truly believe that that can be super helpful, because it has been helpful for me. Walking outside with my dog every single day has been super helpful for me. So I hope everyone is really taking the time to not only take care of themselves mentally, physically, trying to take care of others physically. All of that's really, really important. So let's take care of each other, because it's been really hard. And I know it's not just hard for me. I know it's hard for everyone. So especially people living in spiking states. I know how it felt like for me. So yeah, Audrey, it's not okay. It's just not. You know, you're seeing people be cruel. That's the unfortunate reality of it. It's cruel. So I'm gonna get ready for my meeting. Tomorrow we'll get back into another day. We won't have answers tomorrow either, but hopefully we all keep our spirits high, and hopefully these videos can help. See you all tomorrow. Bye. Christine, see you Wednesday. Bye, everyone.